put this new starter switch in here, lock him in and try again. Switch him back on again. Okay, well, we'll try the tube as well. Well, here's an old unit which we had in the other room, so only got pigeon shite on it. So we'll change this unit and replace that one up there with this one here we just found. It wasn't the tube, so anyway, let's get on with this. It's on the bench now, but before we go charging in and just change the whole unit, fix it up there and find it doesn't work, we're going to test this one first on the bench. Start by taking the cover off. You simply just pull off all the way along here, take the cover off, and you see it's quite clean. The cover, the actual casing on it's done its job, which is to protect it all. You've got a capacitor here, your ballast in there, the starter switch, here we are, there's the socket to the starter switch here, and we tried the starter switch and we found it was okay, so we'll put that one back in, and just for the sake of interest you can see the way these fit in. If you look in there, you'll see it's got those two things, and you push them in there and you give it a quarter turn to the right and it locks it in position. So we'll just fit that in there. Obviously you won't see this because you have the cover on. So there we go, there's the two pieces there, two end connections going in. Now we'll turn it to the right, and that's it, that's locked in position. So now we'll just connect some wiring up to it and give it a test. Look at the wiring on this. You can see that the negative, the positive. So there you've got your negative, the black, yes. Over there, there's your black. There's your earth in the middle, and your positive on the right. Now, red. You'll see that the colours on these are the old colours, but this is house wiring. This is like house wiring. So the red goes to brown. The earth goes through here. Now, on first glance, you'll say, well, it's not going anywhere. Well, it is, because there's a little tag comes up from the case here of the lighting. So there's a screw in here which we tighten down, and that we'll just check that's good and so on, and that gives its earth connection there to the case. And of course the black lead, which is negative, comes out as blue. So there we are, black goes through and turns into blue, red comes through and turns to brown. Whether that's of any interest to you, I don't know, I don't care. So we'll just take this off, this bit of wiring out of here, and we'll check it, make sure it's in fact that these components are okay. Let's the tubing as well. So we'll whip these wires out here, there we are, out there, and those are the hangers, a bit of metal there, working one-handed of course, bit of brute force. I'll push that back in there, I'll put that back in a moment. Well, we tested that new one and it works fine, so I'm just going to simply swap it over now. So we'll just I put this one up a couple of months ago actually, and it's one I moved from rafter to rafter, because we've got these old premises and they're full of leaks and there's drips everywhere and water running everywhere, so Don't have any permanent sort of wiring in the place yet. I haven't put any up because there's no point in it, because if it gets soaking wet, well, electricity and water don't match, does it? Doesn't get on very well. So I'll just keep this fitting as a temporary lighting for wherever I happen to be working, and I'll change it sort of after, because there's nails all over these old rafters in here, so I'll just hang it up wherever I can. And it's sort of mobile. It's not moved when it's in use, it's just mobile from place to place, where it's hung up in on the roof beams, wherever I'm working at the time. Right. So here we are. I'm going to connect this bit of flex on here, as I say. Now, because this is flex, you'll see the colouring on it is the new European code. Well, not new. The European colours, which are blue for negative. It used to be black. And earthen is the usual green with a yellow stripe. Years ago it just used to be green, didn't it? There's no yellow stripe on it. Give them a tug. And then we've got positive, which is brown. So it's quite simple on this. Of course, if you're putting a new fitting up in your house, you'll find that your house wiring is probably red, black, and just a plain earth, twin core and earth it's called, and the earth has no covering on it. Your earth wires are like this, isn't it? And this comes off. At least it will do when I chop this awkward little bit off the end. There we are. And then you have to put your sleeving onto your earth. So there we are. And I'll keep these bits because they're very useful, especially when you run out of earth sleeving. Right. So there we are. There's our 3 connections on, and we'll just give this a quick try now. Probably hear the pigeons in the background. They drive me insane, these pigeons do. But me being a humane fella, I don't shoot them. Or is it just because I haven't got a gun? Probably because I ain't got a gun. Let's have a look. Now, before you can put your tube in, you have to make sure that you've got your end pieces lined up properly here, because if they're not lined up, you see this one's not. This has got to be turned a quarter of a turn, so that it's straight up and down, and you can slot your pins in through there. Right, so to get the end fittings lined up properly, your 2 pins, those have to be in line, and your 2 pins 1 and 2, which are on that plane, then this slots inside there, as does the other end. Now that's dropped into place there, but of course you'll be working on this the other way up, so you'll have to put it up there, then you give it a twist, quarter of a turn, and it's locked in place. So now let's give it a plug in and a test. I'll just unplug this here. Right, here we go. Let's see if it's gonna go now. Aha! Voila! Right, so now we'll take the tube out, put our cover back on and hang him up. And to remove the tube, all we've got to do is just give it a twist, quarter of a turn, and it slots each end. Put that there. It's got our hanger snapped into place. Each end they're just pushing and snap into place with it. And they're quite secure then. It's a bit dirty on that side of this one. Put the cover on, which is a push over fitting along there like that. That's that piece on there. Almost. And we'll put our tube in. Give it another test. Don't bang it around like that if you can help it. It doesn't do any good. Give it a twist. Lock it in place, that's good. Now a final test, make sure we're still okay. Here's the plug going in the wall. Just to make sure everything's fine, that's good. Right, unplug it. And there we are. Now you can hang it up. Now you can chuck it out the window if you like. I don't care. That's done. Okay, thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.